I was super excited. I was gonna buy my first Mega Millions ticket the other day because I was like, yo, this is 1.3 billion.
Yeah.
Billy. And I was like, man, you know what? I don't even like that shit. I know the odds. I can do the math. I know this shit is impossible, but fuck it. Let me just buy one just because on the off chance that it's over for all of y'all. With me getting fucking it would have been
taxes. It would have been less
taxes.
But you still would have had a million.
It would have been like 800 million or like 750. Always 33% on taxes. Always.
I know, but you would have still had millies. Like you would.
Oh yeah.
You would have been stacking on millies. You would have been stacking on thousands.
I wouldn't have taken the lump sum. I would have been like, yo, pay that shit, give that shit to me in over 10 years, and every month I'd get like 5-6 milli. Chilling, and I would have remained anonymous. I would have remained anonymous. All y'all would see, I would turn into that. I would turn into that Instagram girl that just posts pictures of the food with their hand on there and some like stranger hand, and be like, "Who the fuck is the mystery?" Me, I'm the mystery. If you look behind the camera, it's my hand. Because I take care of myself with them millies. Shit, like, fuck out of here. I'm over here in the like you'll get that super cliche post of like the Maldive Islands and like legs swinging and shit right next to like clear water, and it's just me. I just put like one swimming trunks on this leg and another swimming trunks on this leg, and I would have just been fucking like this. Like y'all tripping out here. I would have been over for y'all. Y'all would not have heard from me. These cameras would have gotten upgraded. These cameras would have got upgraded. We would have had at least another poster right here. at least one frame right here. And like in big letters right there, I won.
Anonymous.
Anonymous. I am anonymous. Yo, it would have been over for y'all. Like, I really thought about it. And then today it was announced that somebody, I don't know if they remain anonymous or not, but somebody from Illinois got the jackpot.
Damn.
And somebody from Illinois got it. One ticket got that shit, and somebody's life changed in Illinois. In this economy, with the recession on its way and the market collapse, somebody's over there sitting with 750 milli guaranteed. Shit. Again, if people out there, we are just a bunch of degenerates. I play craps. I would have gone straight to Vegas. You know what I mean? I would have gone straight to Vegas. And
what would you have done? Oh, really, for real, if you had gotten that?
like serious? For real. I'll answer that in a little bit. But shit, somebody out there is living large. Hopefully they don't reveal their name, because the moment you reveal your name, they're gonna come after you. All these vultures and people that are like accountants and shit like that. It will come
your
after
family,
your ass,
your
because you don't know what to do with money. Generational money is different. Like, you don't know what to do with with that. You gotta sit on that, not tell anybody. Okay, now we're gonna get into it. If I won a big jackpot like that, right, close to $1 billion, even $100 million, whatever it is, right? If I won that kind of money, first off, I would remain anonymous.
Yeah.
Secondly, I would not take the lump sum. I would not take the give me all of it, because it ends up being less than that. Like if you do like the 10-year, I think it's like a 10-year like where they pay you off either at the end of the year, or it might be like every month.
Every month you get every month.
So like every month, and then they'll stop giving you that money in 10 years, right? It ends up being more. It ends up being like more money in the long term. You can't access the future funds or whatever, right? I would have taken that. I would not have quit my job or whatever it is that I was doing.
Yeah.
I would have kept that shit. I would have kept doing shit. The very first thing that I would do is I would hire an accountant off the top.
Merrill Lynch.
That's what I'm saying. The homie over here going like masters in accounting. I would have gotten an accountant first off. Easy. I'd paid off the house.
Yeah.
This house. I would pay that shit off. I probably in terms of like frivolous spending, like money that that's not gonna be used for something that can like
bring you back money,
bring income back in or whatever. I probably hook up the parents.
Yeah.
I probably hook up mom and pops, like, yo, whatever it is that y'all need, y'all go get a blank check real quick, and then we gonna fix all that, right?
Yeah.
Just so that that is one of those things that as an immigrant and like low income,
that's your dream.
That's your biggest flex of like, yo, I put mama in a house.
Yeah. I
put mama in a house. I bought pops that car he wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're out of debt. They get to chill. I sent them on a 6-week Europe excursion. Like,
yes.
You know what I mean? Like that's the motherfucking dream. So I would have done that for sure in terms of like, yo, I'm gonna blow that, right? But accountant for sure. Got rid of all the debt. I would have started some sort of like Roth IRA account,
as you should. Yes.
A couple trust funds for like future kids, retirement funds, shit like that, just to keep in the tuck, like, you know what I mean? And it won't even have to be that much, maybe like 5 million or some shit, and just watch it appreciate for the next 30 years or 40 years. You know what I mean? Whatever the fucking what's it called? The stock market term where you just do what the market does. I'm blanking out. I'm not. I know it. I know what it is, but I'm blanking out in my mind. It's like the most basic stock market kind of like exchange that you could do. I would do that. I would open up a couple accounts, trust fund for future kids. I would establish a will immediately. I would establish like a fucking will immediately. And then I would set up some sort of like plan, some sort of like either business plan or like marketing like spending plan for like what are the goals and like what are you doing and shit like that. And then of course I would set off a little. I would out of like, depending on how big the thing is, but like I would reserve, if it's a huge amount, I would reserve like maybe like 3% of what comes in every month. Yeah. Which is still a fuck ton, right? If you're getting 5 million, 3% is like 3% is a lot. Brother. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like I would do that for like buying some shoes and like maybe leasing a car. I wouldn't own cars. Anything anymore. No. I wouldn't like do it to own it. I'd lease cars. I'd start like, figuring out how to get an investment portfolio. Like, you know what I mean? I'd start being some like angel investor for like, like restaurants around town or some shit like that. That's what I would be doing in terms of like where my money's gonna go, as opposed to like, yo, I'm about to go cop a Bugatti. You wouldn't see me in a Bugatti. You might see me in an upgraded version of the hoopty. You know what I mean? you might see just like an upgraded version, but I'm staying low key. You ain't about to know. And then every now and then, if I'm at some like fuckboy bar or like fuckboy club or whatever, and like the homie comes in acting like he's all hard, I'll be like, yo, rounds on everybody on me. Just to like stun on them real quick. Put on my tab. You know what I mean? Put it on my tab, owns the bar. Something like that. But like I stay like real discreet about it. You ain't gotta know what I'm doing. You ain't gotta know what I'm doing. But I would like, I'd set up a different LLC, not the one like not this one for the company or the pot or whatever. I set up a different LLC, and I would just start like, moving shit around. And then like every month when money comes in, I'd be like, yo, this goes over there, this goes over there, this goes over there. I don't really see it. I just hook up the accountant. And then after all of that gets established, I'd hire another accountant to check the first accountant's work. Absolutely. Without the first accountant knowing. He's like, we gotta do this. Yeah. Because there's been too many stories of accountants getting greedy and like, facts, because man. By that point, if that's that much money, even if you're decent with money, even if I can like say like I've got this amount of money or whatever, right? Like just in terms of percentages, money, like, it's just you don't know what's happening. It's too much money for you to keep track of. If you trust one person with that, like sure, they could be doing right by you, hopefully or whatever, right? But like. There was a recent famous story that Steve Harvey, his accountant, was stealing money. He never paid the IRS. He was supposed to send money for taxes, and he never did it. He kept the money, and they didn't find out until the accountant died. So then Steve Harvey owed all of the stuff that he didn't pay, and he couldn't get the money back because the homie was dead, and they didn't have that. They weren't raking in that much money. You know what I mean? So I would hire an accountant in secret to check all of my first accountant's work. Yeah. Not because I don't trust the dude or anything like that, but also because like when you're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars, you gotta move different. Yeah, you gotta move different. And if somebody's like, oh, I can't believe you didn't trust me, I'm like, we're talking about $1 billion. We're talking about billions of dollars. No, you tripping. Fuck out of here with trust. I'm verifying. Show your work. Show your work. I need to see your work. I'm gonna turn into the math teacher in 6th grade. You gotta show your grade. Box your answer, bitch. Like, box your answer. You ain't doing that. Like you ain't about to do me like that. So I would do that. I would. Facts. You would not see me immediately like on some like on some like showing off shit. I could show off right now and I don't do it, let alone with, you know what I mean? I stay even more in the tuck. I don't need you knowing. I don't need you knowing, because then them thotties show up asking for money, trying to be sugar babies, and then like these like, hey bro, like, and then them family members show up.
Oh
hey,
no,
hey,
sir.
I got you back on this. Like those like distant family members.
Like, I don't know you.
Nah, I don't know you like that. You wasn't there. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
I don't need any of that energy. I'm gonna just stay low, stay cool. The people that need to know, and we stay and we just enjoy that shit.
Facts.
And then I just use the money to build on something, and then like I would probably spend a lot of money on marketing.
Yeah.
Just like whatever it is that we're doing, so that money keeps coming in. I just spend a lot of money on marketing, because marketing is everything at this point.
Yeah.
So like. Yeah, that's probably part of the reason why like this is such a slow burn. Like what you know, what we're doing with the pods, or just media in general on the back end with the company, because marketing is such a fucking bitch. It's just exposure. Man, so I would spend a couple $100,000 on marketing for sure.
Facts, as you should.
Just so that like it just gets broadcasted everywhere or whatever. But like
smart.
In general, that's what I would do if I had that kind of money, because that's a ticket. If you are the kind of person that takes that kind of money off the jump and starts buying everything and flaunting, and like all of a sudden you in this big mansion and todo el pedo, like you don't know what you're doing with your money, you about to fall out of that bitch. You about to lose that shit.
Absolutely.
In 5 years, you're gonna be in your old Bugatti living off that bitch.
Exactly.
Because people don't understand shit. I think about like people that live in River Oaks and shit, with like these like $10-15 million mansions and shit, and people, I'm like, man, that's beautiful, right? And they're like, yo, but I'm like, lawns is cut. Somebody gotta cut that lawn. Yeah. Landscaping is not cheap.
Hell no.
Like Rick Ross had the
longevity of
go on YouTube right now and type in Rick Ross Moses on lawn.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Like longevity for upkeeping anything is expensive.
It's
like
expensive,
people
man.
don't realize. Like I was talking to my coworkers about this, like about the Are you spelling Mo's wrong?
Oh my god, yeah. Duh, aren't you in school?
I was like, you spelled
look
Mo.
at that. Rick Ross saves.
Look, is on lawn.
Put the second one. Rick Ross saves $1 million a year on mowing grass.
His own lawn.
Bruh.
They act like we not okay. This is the thing. It's like we act like we don't come from a place where we used to work for a living.
That's what I'm saying.
So why would you just pretend like all of a sudden that you have some money, you don't gotta work for a living?
Mira. Rick Ross gonna break down game for you right now. Maybe that's not it.
Rick Ross spends over 4 hours cutting his own grass.
What we doing? It's a new week. Get up off your lazy.
Facts only.
Baby. Turn up. Ain't no complaining. We don't want to know nothing about your back hurt.
Not at all.
Nothing about your feet hurt. Nobody care about that.
Your feet don't hurt.
Responsibilities come first.
That's right.
Your back hurt. Keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself.
Go tell your boss, I was so tired. We went so hard.
Nobody.
He want to hear you say, God, let's turn up. Let's do another hour. See? That's how you let your boss know you're going to hit your ceiling. When you say, oh, I can't do no more. Shh. I'm out here. What you want to do? Shh. Your boss will give me some of that money. Come on. I'm up. What you want Rose to take that around the world? I'm going to Dubai next week.
Fast forward to when he's cut his own grass.
Are those on Maybachs? He got horses.
That boy got horses. He was so excited. It was adorable. He was so excited on Instagram stories talking about he got a buffalo.
He got a buffalo.
And he let the buffalo out. He was like, you home, buffalo. Like, that's my buffalo. He was so excited.
Nice car. I really want to know where.
Look at Rick Ross cutting his own grass.
John Deere.
Mow your own lawn, baby.
I got questions. I got multiple questions.
Hold on. Wait till-
Get on that track and want to ride Rolls Royce. You go hand in hand. Get up off your lazy. This ain't no love for a lazy mother. Come on, let's go. Watch the car cut the grass, get that rust off the side of the house, and get that piss on the backside of Mama got toilet.
All right, you can pause it. That's what I'm saying.
So I got questions.
Hold on, hold your questions until we get through the first point. When people got money like that, when you live in a house like that, that maintenance cost is wild. You gotta pay for getting your landscaping shit. And then that water bill goes hella high because you gotta water all these plants, make sure all these trees doing what they gotta do or whatever. Blah blah blah. Electricity's a motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Like, and then you gotta make sure there's some rooms in your house you ain't never gonna be in for longer than like 5 minutes or like an hour and a half for you taking a nap. So somebody gotta go in there and dust all that shit off. It ain't gonna be you, so you gotta pay somebody because you busy, you making money out here, whatever, right? Like maintaining
anything is expensive.
Anything that's worth a good amount of money, fuck millions and millions of dollars. If you move into a $500,000 house, fuck it up. Like the maintenance is still hard as fuck.
Yeah.
So imagine with like a $20 million home. $10 million home?
Absolutely.
Nah, you ain't going. If I win that money, you're not catching me in that home immediately. I better know that money's coming in on top of the money that Mega Millions owes me.
If I'm not making my money, if I'm not making the same amount of money that I'm making in a year from the Mega Millions off of my business after I've invested, then I'm not gonna give myself nothing big.
I'm gonna chill.
I'm gonna be straight chilling because for me, if I were to have gotten for a situation like that where if I were to receive money to that extent, first things first is I'd go to the bank and figure that shit out. I'm going into the private bank. I'm no longer gonna be with the locals, first of all.
Shit, you ain't gonna catch me at Chase, Wells Fargo, Wells Buy.
Well, no, because like at Chase, like they got a Chase private bank where like Beyonce be at. Like that's where like, you know, and like Bank of America got like the private banks down in downtown where like nobody goes in and touches that money, bro.
Multiple accounts.
Yeah.
Multiple accounts.
Facts, man. I'd have that. I'd have my financial advisors on deck, multiple of them, be like, where you put my money and where?
I still be at Kroger though. I still be at Combat Kroger down the street. Shit, because again, I'm anonymous. You don't know me. I'm showing up to Kroger in the same shit, buying the same rotisserie chicken like for $10. Like, that's how you stay rich.
You stay rich by budgeting, okay? And then also, if that were to be the case, if I were to like once in the future, I would invest enough to where I'm receiving money from my businesses for a good amount, at least a year of receiving my like income being the same amount. So if I'm not doubling what I'm making in a year from the Mega Millions money, I'm not gonna do nothing with it. And then once I do, then you'll see me buying up my house, my stuff,
just a little bit, just small things.
Because at the end of the day, owning a house is expensive. Owning anything that's worth valued like that is expensive because upkeeping it's not worth that much just because any old person can upkeep that shit for you. No, like it's worth that much because you gotta pay taxes.
Yeah.
It's worth that much because you gotta pay the paint that's gonna go on these walls.
Property taxes on $20 million house.
Imagine that,
and property taxes are gonna fucking eat you alive.
Absolutely.
No, listen. If you win $1 billion, right? That's exactly what it means. You won it. You didn't earn it.
You won it.
You won it. That means that you don't have the skill set. This is not a knock. This is just the way that luck happens, right? You don't have the skill set necessary to build $1 billion anything. Whether it's a $1 billion brand for yourself, whether it's $1 billion business, whether it's $1 billion partnership, whether it's $1 billion real estate portfolio, whether it's $1 billion stock portfolio, whatever it is, you don't have the skill set to do it. That's why it's called winning the Mega Millions, not earning the Mega Millions.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's the reason why, for one way or another, either way that you look at it, I have respect for the Kardashians because It's one thing to have been somebody who just got lucky in the draw of people being like, well, they found her interesting and yada, yada, yada. And thus she's making lots of money at the moment. But they've stayed relevant. They've stayed with their money enough to where they're worth money.
Yeah,
they're millionaires. They're millionaires, all of them. All of them without their mama. All of them.
I think Kylie's Billy.
Kylie just got to a Billy. I don't know if Kim has, but I know Kylie Kim definitely. Has. Okay, so both of them Billy. And they're maintaining their shit. And even though they're the Kardashians and they're the Jenners and all that stuff, they're hella low key. Like you don't actually see them.
I mean,
I
would argue.
Well, no, but they're like low key in the sense that you're not really out here like they're spending their shit and they're buying their houses or whatever, but you're not seeing them make dumbass mistakes by like losing money.
I guess I would say low key would be like Oprah. Or like Tyler Perry. Like that's low key. You ain't never seen him do nothing.
I've never seen Tyler Perry do shit besides play Madea.
He's a billionaire though. Tyler Perry's a billionaire, and the smart thing about him is he opened up. Are the
Wayans brothers?
I don't think the Wayans brothers are billionaires. Money? I mean, they got money, but like I don't think they're billionaires. Tyler Perry opened up studios, like film studios, like you know how like in LA there's like Warner Brothers and MGM where like you go to the lot to the studio, you know what I mean? There. He has his own like huge 100-acre like they opened up like studios with like green screens.
They're about to open up a studio here in Texas.
Oh, it would make sense because it's hella cheap here. But like Tyler Perry has that shit in Atlanta. It's fucking huge, and that's why a lot of things get filmed in Atlanta.
Well, I heard
which was super. Again, investing. All this shit.
You know where this new studio gonna be over by the river.